We're gonna take it 1,600 miles across the country.
Try that again. Palmer.
If this doesn't make it, we genuinely don't have a backup plan here. My name's Palmer and I'm the owner of Underdog Automotive. We're a mobile repair company here in DFW, but we're trying to build a brand that's much bigger than that. So we take on different car challenges, different things that we probably shouldn't be doing, but think it's entertaining, and this video is one of them. A lot of big things going on, like SEMA, different car builds, different car shows we're attending, different challenges we're working on in the background, as well as growing one of the biggest mobile repair businesses in Dallas right now. So there's no like real competition for like mechanics to prove like how good they are. You can get your ASE, but generally that just means you don't know anything about cars, you know everything about reading books. And so we're trying to do something to prove how good of a mechanic we actually are. So we're gonna take this truck that hasn't ran in years, really shouldn't be on the road, and we're gonna take it 1,600 miles across the country. We are literally going from the West Coast to the center of the country. On this challenge, I brought 3 people with me. The first, Josh. He's my right-hand man. He's actually one of the co-owners of Underdog Automotive. He does everything that I'm not good at or I don't want to do. He makes sure we don't go to jail. He makes sure our taxes are paid. He makes sure all the nitty-gritty stuff that goes into running a business is taken care of. His automotive knowledge is lacking, but his ability to motivate the team to keep going and persevere through crappy situations is really good. Next up, we have Nick. Nick's kind of the jack of all trades. He's good at a lot of things and not an expert in anything. Nick runs a successful kettle corn business, and he's always down for really just anything we ask him to do. And so naturally, when we said, do you want to go on this road trip? He said yes. Nick's pretty decent with cars. He works on his own. Is he necessarily a master mechanic? No, but he's pretty helpful and he knows his way under the hood. And lastly, you might know him as the apprentice from our YouTube and Instagram page, but we brought Dalton. He filmed most of this video, so you don't see a ton of clips of him because he was working basically the whole trip. He's really good at working and just being quiet and just getting the task done. No, I'm not a Ford guy, never have been. Honestly, probably never will. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This is gonna really test our ability. We have limited tools, limited resources, and we don't have any backup plan. I feel like a lot of these YouTube videos, they have like a car following them the whole way. They have hotels set up along the side. They have like all sorts of fancy tools and an endless budget. We don't have an endless budget. We brought the tools that can fit in those suitcases, and we don't have anyone following us. So if this doesn't make it, we genuinely don't have a backup plan here.
All right, this car means a lot to me. This car was my parents' car. They bought it 25 years ago for a business. They drove it, then my siblings drove it. I'm the youngest, then I drove it. This is the car I did my first modifications to, as you see my beautiful rims here. They were spray painted black at one point. They're now brown, and they're now old, and they now don't work well. A lot of good memories in this car. Got a lot of good crashes in this car. Right, my parents wanted to throw it away, bring it to a junkyard, and I couldn't let it go. I'm not good at throwing things away.
Yeah, first trip to O'Reilly's.
Let's get a counter going in the corner.
If we can keep it under like 500 bucks, I'll be happy.
I thought you meant 500 trips. Either way, I'd be happy. It's a 45 right up here. It's almost a 45. It's a 25, but then it becomes a 45. Don't go, lady. That would have been bad for her.
The battery was completely shot. We tried jump starting the car and it would run, but it had all sorts of issues. So that battery was completely dead. Oh, hey Nick, can you hold this?
Yeah, anything else? Yeah, one hand.
Can we hold the battery? Hey, will you grab the door for me?
Nick, can you open the car?
And the keys are in my left pocket. Will you grab the door?
That BMW, so sick. So sick. The battery terminals on the battery were rusted to the battery, so we couldn't actually get the battery terminals off, so we had to cut the cable and then had to get universal terminals to get that back on. Okay, on initial inspection of the truck, there was mold everywhere.
Luckily, we're at my parents' house. My dad's been a carpet cleaner for 35 years, so we're gonna use a carpet cleaning machine, get this thing not smelling like old mold.
So we don't get hantavirus.
Yeah, I don't wanna get hanta. So we're gonna go clean it out. Shout out Dr. Clean.
While they're cleaning, I'm gonna go ahead and change this belt out. I don't really wanna help clean, so if I stay busy doing other things, then I don't have to.
Yeah. What is it? It's not the greatest car in the world, so we gotta put one of the greatest cars. We have a little GTR sticker we'll put on there. Citrus.
Oh, I'll get out of here, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry. Squeaky clean.
Sorry, Dad. Whenever they parked the car, they left this back window open, and it had been raining and it's right off the beach. The car was covered in mold. So we needed to get that fixed before we sat in it for 2 days. The AC on this truck's not working. That's like, so far the only thing we found that doesn't work. And I don't have my gauges, so I'm just gonna kind of guess until the air gets cold. Now it's starting to work.
Hey, do you know why every 4 or 5 seconds, it revs up, it's revving at 1100 and then it bumps up to 14? Is that the AC?
Yeah.
That's what it's the AC. Oh, Palmer, we shouldn't be using this.
Why?
It has red dye, red 40. Our wives wouldn't be happy about that.
The car's gonna act up.
Yeah, yeah. Car's gonna be in a bad mood tonight. Eating red 40 like that. All right, brief interruption to this video. We're doing our first giveaway. We're going to SEMA. In an honor of going to SEMA, we're gonna bring 2 lucky winners along with us to see the whole thing. We're gonna get you flights to Vegas. We're gonna get you a hotel in Vegas. You're gonna be able to see SEMA all day Friday experience. You're gonna be able to see our booth, unveiling our car there at the show. You're gonna be a lucky winner, get to go see all of it that you wouldn't be able to go otherwise, and it's all completely free. In order to enter, go check out our merch store. We got a bunch new merch up. Every $1 spent is 5 entries. So go in there, buy a few t-shirts, few hoodies, few hats, go find something you like. There's tons of stuff in there that we've just dropped we're super excited about. Every $1 spent is 5 entries into this giveaway. To see all the rules and regulations, go to our website, check it out.
Guys, don't sleep on this opportunity. You're gonna get to go to SEMA for free on us. Just buy merch.
Buy some merch.
There we go.
Nice. Let's go.
Okay, so now we have a running and driving truck with cold AC. This isn't looking like much of a challenge right now. It's not running as good as like a healthy car would, but I mean, honestly.
Should we replace the spark plugs and then the
No, I don't know. Because if we pull threads, we're probably gonna pull them right out of the block, and then we're not gonna make it.
Why is this one blinking and not charging?
I don't know.
That one has 2.
You can at least get the tires aired up.
All right, well, we're gonna have to back this up. Ew, what is that? Is that a tick? What in, oh, gross. All right, dude, there's a giant stump behind this wheel. We can't get it out unless we move it, so. Let's try to do it without denting the truck fender. There we go. Like it never happened. Ugh. Yeah, that'll make it out. Should we drive it or what? Did it finish it?
Yeah, barely. We got it.
Okay, well I moved this out of the way. We can back up a couple feet. And then,
That net on?
yeah, I'm just gonna pull it out here though, so we don't have to stand in the gross. Let's go. It drives. Let's see if these shocks hold up down this hill.
All right, this is the only one way to know if the brakes work.
A little soft.
Are they?
We're going slow, so we're right.
stopping. Not let off. No, it doesn't work. But that's okay.
E-brake doesn't work, but we don't need the e-brake to work, just the normal brakes to work.
Okay, so it's literally not even, like, the transmission's dry. This truck is surprisingly in better shape than we thought it was. The controller and bushings are non-existent, so that's going to make for a fun ride. The shocks aren't doing anything, but I mean, the brakes and everything are here. All the suspension stuff, it's a little loose, but I think it'll be tight enough. Honestly, there's really nothing to do but drive it. Yeah.
A lot of rust and dry rot, but
Yeah,
it'll drive.
Yeah, it's fine. The power steering pump's not even leaking. We put a new belt on, and surprisingly, there was no weird pulley noises. The tensioner was tight, and the engine ran. It ran decently. It was shaking super, super, super bad. Just shaking the whole truck. It was kind of making us nauseous just sitting in there. It had a really bad misfire in cylinder too, which to our understanding is why the truck was parked originally. I don't really want to spend $800 on coils. I feel like that's what this truck's worth.
Not with new coils.
Sorry, I should have warned. I was gonna brake.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's definitely slightly missing. That could be vacuum still. But here's my thing is I'm not looking for it to run perfectly. I'm looking for it to get 60.
It only works when AC's on max, or when it only works when the blower's on high, not anything else.
Yeah, it's either all or none.
Yeah. In high school, I'd turn it on for 2 minutes, turn it off, turn it on for 2 minutes, turn it off.
If you listened under the hood, you could hear a really loud hissing noise, and basically rats went to a couple of the vacuum hoses and just like nibbled on it. So it didn't cut the hose all the way, but it made it really hard to find the leak, and we didn't have a smoke machine or anything with us. So we just kind of moved our hands up and down the hoses until we found the hole.
Who's that tape? All right, hold the light good. Thanks. No, not there.
Classic. I actually heard on a business podcast recently that if you can't fix it with tape, you shouldn't fix it at all. Some thinking for you to think about.
Some thinking for you to think about. What podcast was that?
Son of a...
Is it that crimp of the white hose?
It's gotta be the white hose.
That's the one.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
I really am.
Either way.
Can I have the tape? It's right there.
Nice.
Okay, I'm not condoning fixing vacuum leaks with electrical tape, but I think it'll be fine for this. All you online mechanics. Look, I'm not going to the parts store at midnight on a Saturday to get a vacuum hose. We're just going to do this, and it'll be fine. This isn't a customer car. This isn't a professional fix. This is called making stuff happen.
Is it just me, or does that sound way worse?
It had the opposite effect of what we were looking for.
Yeah, that did not sound good at all.
Oh, that's because I didn't plug this time. Okay, watch. It's going to run significantly better here in a second. Now it feels great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I don't know if it's just compared to before, or if it... Let me watch the RPM.
It should smooth out pretty good.
It's sitting at 700 RPMs. It hasn't moved.
But yeah, we fixed a huge vacuum leak. Oh, that's running horrible.
With AC?
Yeah. It's missing.
Messing with the AC.
It's just under load. That's a steady miss.
brakes, man. Those brakes aren't great. Those brakes are bad. Nick's the real hero here. He's standing right in front of the car with only bad brakes to hold this car from running him over.
What's he looking at?
I don't know, he's having a good time in the engine bay though.
What is he looking at?
I have no idea. I think he's looking for the screw that we dropped. It's good, man. My dad cranks down on that handle.
Yeah, I'm
doesn't
worried.
pull it out, it just rips through it.
I'm worried it's gonna stop moving and we're gonna have to like just go to the transmission and put it in drive, like underneath, and then just put it in park when we're done.
It's all right. We only need to stop for gas and for Alani News.
I mean, as long as someone sits here and holds their foot on the brake, we'll be good. I think if we put good gas and then are just...
I mean, I don't know. This hasn't run for years, so there's a quarter tank of gas in it, and I can't imagine any of it has been even remotely new.
It's from COVID times.
It's got to be it's COVID gas.
That was good gas. It was like 90 cents a gallon.
It's cheap, good gas. Maybe that's why it's still good after 3 years sitting in the tank. It's COVID gas. It only misfires under load. I'll give you a load to misfire on.
Yeah, I say we just...
Sorry.
All right, here's
It's
the
too late
plan.
for
Here's
this.
the plan. Here's the plan. We're gonna put gas that's not several years old in.
How is that working?
I mean, it'll still burn. It's just not as good. We're gonna put better gas in, and then we're just gonna be emotionally and mentally ready to change out ignition coils and spark plugs at any time. But I really don't want to do it unless we have to. Coils, that's not as hard to do. Not a big deal. The spark plugs, if you know anything about a 5.4 Triton, the spark plug coils, or the spark plug threads like to come out with the plugs, and that turns into a big hassle. What? What did I say that was funny? Yeah, they literally do. Have you never seen a video? No. Let me show you a video. For Triton spark.
One time I bought a 5.4 Triton,
plug.
and that was the biggest regret of my life. After hours of thinking I was safe.
Look, it's literally a search thing. 5.4 Triton spark plug shooting out.
What's a SOA plug?
The 5.4 Triton engine, especially the 2-valve models, are notorious for spitting out spark plugs. This happens because the aluminum cylinder heads have too few threads, meaning the plug can easily loosen, strip the remaining threads, and blow out under combustion.
I wish I could blow out.
They
under
literally
combustion.
shoot out.
Pause.
Let's see if there's a video. Here we go. It'll look like this. Look, this is the exact same truck.
5.4 V8 turned itself into a Triton 5.4 V7. Spark plug is gone, and yeah. What do you guys think I could damage by driving on it?
Everything.
Let me know in the comments.
All right, let's call
Well,
it.
this is running significantly better.
If you know anything about the 5.4 Triton, you got to be careful doing the spark plugs on these because the threads like to come out with it. So I was really hesitant to do a spark plug. What we decided was we would get an ignition coil and just see, because it was only really misfiring under load. So if you gave it any gas, it misfired way worse, which made me think it was an ignition related issue. Replaced the ignition coil in cylinder 2 and it smoothed out really good.
All right, fellas.
Yeah, let's go get tools. Let's get tacos too.
Deal.
So the original plan was to get there Friday night, work on the truck Saturday, and then leave Sunday morning sometime. But Sunday morning came and the truck was still misfiring really bad. And honestly, we were kind of dilly-dallying a little bit in California. We went to the beach, got some tacos, things like that. And so Sunday afternoon came and went, and then we were trying to decide if we leave that night or wait till the morning, get a good night's rest, hit the road in the morning. One issue that we had is I was taking my wife on her birthday trip that Wednesday, and we were worried that if we had any issues, I wasn't gonna make it to the airport on time to go with that trip with her. So we decided after some back and forth that instead of getting a good night to sleep, We would leave at 9 p.m. on Sunday.
We are leaving Aptos at 9:19 p.m. on Sunday night. We're on literally the very, very most west you can go on the West Coast. We're on the west part of Monterey Bay. We're going all the way down to Southern California, across Arizona, across New Mexico, across almost all of Texas, all the way to McKinney, Texas. And we're gonna make it. We're gonna find a way.
Hi, I'm Nick's wife. I think they're gonna make it 500 miles.
Hi, I'm Josh's wife, and I think it's gonna be a boy.
Hi, I'm Josh's dad. I think they'll make it to the Grapevine in Southern California.
I'm Angela, Josh's mom. I think they'll go 700 miles.
At the time, none of us were really worried about it. The plan is someone would sleep in the back seat, and we had this rotation going in the truck, so that way the person who slept last would drive next, so they'd be fresh. But the issue is no one really slept. So then we were just super tired, and we were trying to do 3-hour shifts and switch every 3 hours. Most of the time, we were lucky if we got like an hour and a half, 2 hours before you started bobbing your head or falling asleep at the wheel. So that was a horrible idea. And looking back, honestly, we probably could have just left Monday morning and been fine. But we were worried we were gonna have issues on the road, so we decided to leave Sunday night. What made sense at the time was instead of sleeping and like resting, we would just drink more Alani Nu. And that worked pretty good. But once you're like 6 Alani Nus deep on one road trip, it just starts to taste a little different.
Where are the Alanis?
Are you kidding me?
Three.
You're in California, buddy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Three.
Cracked it. That's one.
Why would we do that when we have something we're already attached?
What was that?
It was a match.
What are you doing?
Splitting matches.
Stop doing that.
What?
It's scary.
Yeah, it's just fire.
It's fire inside. You know how many chemicals I used to clean the mold off this car?
Dude, they're not flammable.
This car is going up in flames.
This is the most useless.
I started it first try yesterday.
Oh, the fuck, no you didn't.
Hey Palmer, if you're struggling, you can let the men use it over here if you can. I really hope we don't break down and have to start a fire.
Matches don't work.
Oh. Are we vlogging? Are we live? My balls are hot. Oh, that was a cop.
Actually? Oh, there's a minivan.
It's a mini cop.
Those right in my eyes.
I'm really dumb.
Okay, we're 3 hours in. Dalton's driving. We decided that whoever sits in the back first gets to drive next. So Josh will get to take a nap at like 8 a.m.
Right when the content gets good.
Yeah. So we'll wake Josh up for that so he can get to work.
Supra Ooh. Well, the diff is hot.
Diff is like smoking hot, and Dalton was leaving this gas station and accelerating, and it did not sound good. We know the wheel bearing has been making noise, but I'm worried it wasn't the wheel bearing and it was like a sun bearing, or I don't even know, a ring gear. I'm worried something else has been making noise the whole time. But if that's true and we just cooked the diff.
You were driving like a maniac.
Me? Was it driving hard?
I was not driving hard. You were driving hard.
It's alright.
It's good.
But I can't find my ratchet.
Let's say $100.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, it does.
What?
Sorry, the gas. That's pretty much what we just paid. $100 a gallon.
And we're cooked. Oh, crap. It's a lot of metal. Not the worst I've ever seen, but those are big chunks. It really doesn't have that crazy of a leak. Hand me one of the diff fluid bottles.
Rear
The
diff.
thing is, we pulled the plug and no fluid came out, so that means it's been running low this whole time. Probably should have checked that. Just need my orange snips. Here, hold this so it doesn't spill. Thanks.
Damn.
What's up?
Nick was just watching reels.
What?
Nick asked why we stopped, and I said, Palmer said the rear diff is smoking. And Nick just gave me a look of disappointment, like it was my fault. I'm so sorry.
Where's the gear one? Oh, that's so shiny. That's really shiny. Fuck.
It's bouncing.
That looks like jewelry.
Does that mean it's worth more? Should we check the front diff?
There's no front diff.
Oh, good. That makes me feel better. We detail this car for bring him on.
Alright, so essentially that fluid in there is super shiny. Like one of the shinier metals not the shiny metal, one of the shinier fluids I've seen in a while. Oh boy. We're good. Diff's super hot. I just added like half a quart of diff fluid. Hopefully that cools it off enough. Obviously something's broken in there, but the goal isn't to have a perfectly quiet diff. The goal is to make it to Dallas. So we'll see how that goes. Front left tire. Okay, we're like, how many miles? 500? We're about 500 miles in, and it's definitely burning oil, so I'm curious how much we've burned and if we're gonna need to get any.
Never was good at putting it in. Okay. Oh yeah, we've burned a quart.
Well, when we get gas, we'll grab a couple quarts. It's burned about a quart in 500 miles, so at this rate, we'd be 3 quarts low if we just went all the way. Yeah, we'll probably want to get oil. It's still on the safe line, which is good.
I'm so proud of you, girl.
That explains why I was smoking. Those are coolant level. Oh, that's pretty low too. All right, watch out. Grab it. Just a little bit. Oh, that doesn't look good.
Disgusting.
We've got a head gasket. There's oil in the coolant. Here, let me see that. Look right in here. Right in there. So that's what our coolant bottle looks like after 5 hours. So that's pretty gross. That's where the oil's going. That's not good. Generally, the coolant goes in the oil pan, though. Yeah, that's like pretty murky. That's really gross.
It's like came out of me after Indian food.
Should I drain it?
We got more.
Oh. Nick, come back! I guess we'll see how far we can go on a bad head gasket.
Technically helped.
Yeah.
What else you see in there, boss?
Get some 520 in the next city. Where's the next city?
Next time we get gas, we'll just run in and get some. Yeah, she's running low.
Is this Ranch House Cafe? I literally woke up and you guys were parking.
I just know that we're like 50 miles outside of Flagstaff.
Like we're not the Flagstaff yet. It's a good place.
We put like another 150 miles on, I think. Since we last filled up.
Nick was just. He was just going.
How's the diff?
Dude, she's singing to us, man.
She's becoming a four-wheel drive car quickly. She's about to do crab walks on accident.
What'd you say?
So she's about to start doing crab walks in on accident.
She's about to do normal. Start pushing. Push it up a hill, go down a hill.
Right. If we can push it, she can drive.
I'm getting ready to run home.
What'd you get? Omelet. Flip that back over.
Dalt's been working all night, so he's gonna get to take some sleep.
Yeah.
Nick's trying to get out of his turn. He's trying to convince me he deserves to sit in this seat.
Dude. I'd love to sit next to you, dog.
All right, I'll sit in the middle.
No, I can't make you do that.
All right, don't say I didn't offer. That was your chance.
I really thought this was going to be a little bit of back and forth.
No, you say no once.
Dalt's already asleep.
He's tired.
Dalt's out already.
He's a sleepy guy.
Is everyone asleep?
All right, blank ranking cars, 1 through 5. Ready?
Ready.
Volkswagen Jetta.
Ooh, I'm tempted to go one quick, but if you give me any type of Toyota, I'll go one. So I'm gonna put the Jetta at 2.
Really?
And I'm gonna put a high. I love mine.
All right, we got a Subaru Forester.
5.
That was quick.
I'm not a lesbian. I hate Subarus. 5.
All right, Mazda 3.
I can go 3.
Ford Fiesta.
4. What's my number 1?
Honda Pilot. You know, honestly, you kind of got that one.
I would have, if I could have, I would have swapped my Jetta and the Pilot, but that's all right.
Nick has to steer for Josh.
I can't see because this is right.
The mirror's directly in his way. All right, I'll tell you if you're doing good.
Ranking cars on a road trip. Ready?
Yeah.
Dodge Charger.
3.
Toyota Supra.
Oh, 1.
BMW 335i.
5.
GTR.
Oh, 2.
IS 300.
4.
Bummer.
First up, Chevy Express.
3.
Next up, Chrysler Pacifica.
5.
Okay.
Terrible.
Hyundai Elantra.
4.
Okay. Toyota Prius.
1.
Okay. Lamborghini Aventador.
I guess 2.
You put a Prius above an Aventador.
Bro, my wife would be happy with that decision, but
She says, the Prius gets better gas mileage.
Who cares about gas mileage?
oh, that's so sad.
All right, so we're like halfway through the road trip, and the diff is progressively getting louder. I'm pretty sure it's a pinion bearing, and there's no way that I want to do a pinion bearing on the side of the road. So we're just gonna keep going, and if we have to fix it, we have to fix it. We are starting to overheat. and the coolant is starting to look more and more like a Frappuccino. So
A shiny Frappuccino.
we're gonna have to figure that out too, because we still have 1,000 miles to go. But the truck has surprisingly made it this far. The tires are all still on. The brakes are getting kind of sketchy, but oh my gosh, what are you doing? But we're still going.
We're going.
We're gonna get there.
Where's the screw?
I don't know, it just fell apart.
Those worked yesterday.
These are not your glasses.
Yes, they are. Those are my glasses.
Actually.
Yes. Stop. I can't see the road. These are my glasses. They're incredibly comfortable. Find the screw. The screw. Did it fall off into here?
We're not gonna find that screw.
Find that screw. No. I promise you. I know it. I know because they're my glasses. That's where I pulled them.
Oh, you're supposed to turn here.
Right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I would pay a lot to see a hole depending on what kind of hole it is.
Nice.
Keeping it classy. Keeping it classy.
Should we buy some black spray paint? Clean up the hood.
Yeah, we should.
And
Look at it. We gotta clean it up.
For hobby.
For Javi. Do it for Javi.
Hey.
Sorry. Wait. Did you know that my mom, this was peeling? So my mom put a sticker, like a bumper sticker, to keep the paint down. And then just peeled past it. So there was a bumper sticker on like this. So I just spray painted over the bumper sticker.
Wait, so there's a sticker underneath that paint?
Yeah, somewhere. I think it's right here. You can see actually the outline of where it used to be. Right here.
Yeah.
But then it's peeled off. So it's like only that part is left. It has some character.
I love it.
This car should not be running, but here we are. He spit on me! Why did you do that?
It was not that funny.
it went out my nose.
Let me see a replay on that.
I literally just threw up my mouth.
Quick interruption to this video. I want to give a little shout out to our sponsor, Dr. Clean out of Santa Cruz, a carpet cleaning company. They donated this truck for us to use during this series. Best carpet cleaning in all of Santa Cruz County. They've been doing it for over 35 years, right? They have 5-star reviews only on Google. They're the best. They've been around forever. They do it right. If you live in Santa Cruz County, go check them out. Get your carpets cleaned so that way you can not be gross. Go visit their website. Go support the people who support us. They always have an owner-operator on site. Same guy that started the business is always going to be at your house working at getting it done. They specialize in cleaning carpet, tile, upholstery, and they really, really do a great job. So go check them out. Dr. Clean, thank you for donating the truck. We love you. We're out here. We're in Albuquerque. Can't tell very well, but it's raining pretty hard here. It's storming. We are almost all the way through New Mexico, just passing through Albuquerque. We were going to be in Texas soon. We're supposed to arrive about 4:30 a.m. All right, we got 500 miles left. Getting so close, but it's literally looked the same. We got 499 miles. Got 7.5 hours. I feel like we've had 7.5 hours for the past 12 hours, but we've been on this road for 800 miles. Yeah, well, overall we'll be on this road almost a whole 1,000 miles, so it literally has looked the same all day, but that's okay because we're getting close. Palmer's still asleep in the back row. I can't even see him. He's conked out. We got Nick driving and staring through his steering wheel. Feet up on the hump. And here I am in the comfy seat. So it's going good. We're getting there. My butt's starting to hurt. It's a little bit brutal. But what are you gonna do? All right, everybody. We are exactly 250 miles from home. It is after midnight on Monday, so we've been driving for, what is that, over 28 hours. We're so close. Or 26 hours. We're 4 hours away. We can do it. Filling up our last time so we can get home in the truck with one more tank. We got gas for $3.69. We have a little bit of a hiccup. The truck's actually doing pretty okay, but Palmer is in this gas station. Okay, so Palmer had a little bit of an incident. He's feeling mostly okay, but every window is open, and we used most of our heavy-duty wipes to clean out the inside of the truck. But all in all, we're in high spirits, besides Palmer mostly. And there's a chance that Nick vomits.
Nick looks great.
Nick's turning a little white, but everyone else, pretty much, I'm the only one in high spirits here. Everyone's pretty ticked off. But it's all gonna be okay. Check back in tomorrow for when we actually arrive in Dallas. All right, we made it. We're here in Texas. We're home. But there are some complications along the way. It's 6:10 a.m. on Tuesday morning. So it took 33 hours to get from Santa Cruz, California, all the way to McKinney, Texas. But we're here. We did it. Go Cougs.
It's been a few weeks since we gotten back, and you're probably wondering why the last 3 minutes of the video were just random updates between Albuquerque and McKinney. And that's because pretty much everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, except with the truck. The truck was perfectly fine. Someone threw up all over everybody, and then the rest of the ride was miserable. And so we just really didn't feel encouraged. Josh luckily picked up a camera and got a couple clips, but there's basically no footage. And that's why the end of the video is really choppy. We're new to this whole YouTube thing. Please forgive us. Please watch our next video. I promise we'll do a better job. And I really, really hope no one throws up on anyone next time.
All I can say is that morale was at an all-time low, but we still made it home, barely.
Yeah, we were all pretty upset when we got home. It was a rough 48 hours after the trip. So we're gonna do this again. Let us know if you have any suggestions for cars or trips to go on, or any other challenge ideas. We're looking for something else to do.
Maybe the RV.
Thank you so much for watching this whole video. We had a lot of fun doing it. We've got a lot more in the pipeline. Please subscribe. Make sure you follow along to see what's coming next.
Stay tuned.